Hi everyone, dream job success story time, and it is from Emmy. Now, Emmy says, "Hi Agnes, I am a long-time viewer of your channel, and at some point in my life I decided to change and actively work towards my dream rather than simply trying to survive this world. I discovered the law of attraction mostly through Abraham Hicks and Kristen M.F. Clark, but I also read some Neville Goddard, ACIM, and many other materials. I wanted to thank you because I've always loved your videos, and the success stories on your channel really encouraged me throughout my journey. I love your positive outlook, your confidence, all the stories and details, how it's kind of a game, and it's so much fun. I recently had an interesting manifestation, an amazing manifestation story, and since I never got to thank you, I thought I would send you an email. Here's my story. As I worked on manifesting the life I truly wanted, miracles started to occur everywhere for me. I can't get into all of them, but the most recent one involves a job manifestation. After many years being jobless without hope or directions, I finally found my passion in the IT world. I participated in a few online classes, then went onto week-long classes in different places, remote or not. One of those places was amazing. I instantaneously loved the people, the project, everything. At the first meeting, I knew this was the place for me to do my training. They loved me right away, and a few months and tests later, I was selected for their free $30,000 worth 10-month-long boot camp, entirely paid for by the businesses in my area. I had a blast during those 10 months. From the first meeting, I knew the stars were aligning and that this was my epic adventure. I could feel it. The friends and mentors I met along the way were what I'd asked for in my manifestations, but they completely blew my expectations. Now that my training is done and I was looking for a job, and I tried to imagine what would be the best job I could ever have with an amazing salary package and project. What would be the most exciting? Incidentally, the place where I did my training called me back to participate in an event. And I have a specific profile, and they were curious to see what I could offer to the event and wanted me to participate and analyze situations and people. It was for the next day, a last-minute idea from one of the staff members. I thought, this looks fun for sure. Just like during my training, I tried to follow my excitement, look for the fun side. The event was great. I met a lot of interesting people and had many conversations. When talking about my work situation, as I had to introduce myself many times, I made sure to focus on what I was specifically looking for in a company, what was important for me from the point of view of my dream job. The job I wanted was in another city. I don't have a car. The contract type and pay I wanted is way above what is usually offered for my skill level, and I wanted a company with strong values, which is hard to know beforehand, but I didn't care about any of that. I talked as if I deserved my dream job, because I do. And even if I didn't know when, I knew one day I would have that job. I could feel my energy matching perfectly what I was saying. The next day, I thought about contacting a few of the people I met at the event to say thank you. One of them had talked about his job with fire in his eyes, and we had a great conversation, even though his job is far away. Before I could do that, I received an email from him. Remember, it's less than 1 day since the event, saying he liked the way I analyzed the situations, liked my values and our conversation so much that he had taken the liberty to get my CV from my training camp website. He remembered the city I wanted to work in and sent my CV to one of the teams of his company, who apparently had a project there, and the big boss wanted to interview me. What? Holy SH beep 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 T. Now, after a few calls, 2 weeks later, I got the job, which wasn't even advertised, but they liked me so much that they weren't interviewing anyone else. It fits my manifestation perfectly, even though I had so many requirements. This really fell into my lap, an offer so quick and so good. I never heard of it being given to anyone not 5+ years in the field. I'm a junior. I'm so excited to have manifested such an amazing outcome. The job, the company, and the team feel so right, and it really does work. A few other things I want to mention. I had no expectations going into that event except for it to be fun. I really let go of the worries, the doubts, the lack of mentality, and focused on the excitement and the way I wanted to feel. I could have thought about the travel, the cost, the time, etc., but I didn't, as I could feel the universe leading me towards something exciting. I prepared myself as if it was a guaranteed outcome. I had already bought thank you cards for the mentors I had during my training, not just to thank them, but while buying the cards before my training even ended. I pictured myself printing out my job acceptance email and putting it on the cards and thanking them for that as well. I didn't really think of it anymore since after that I had gotten the job, but I think it's interesting. The next point, working on the positive reinforcements of my dreams was really important, as well as getting into a creative state and being specific. During all those months, I really paid attention to the way I felt and the way I was talking to myself. I made sure to watch videos, read, write about my dreams to stay motivated and focused. Well, now everything is happening so quickly. I'm working on manifesting an amazing place to live in this city and that I will work in. Thank you again for your work and energy. I wish you and all of your viewers the best in the future. I know amazing things will happen for everyone. Have a great day, Emmy. Woo! Wonderful, Emmy. Thank you for sending that in. And yes, get into the feeling, get into the state. Really, really important. And I think it's that coming from a place of what can I give to this rather than what can I get from it. So, yep, good vibes are infectious. Now, for those of you that are still stuck, not knowing what to do for a job, not enjoying the job you're in, not enjoying the business you're in, whatever it is you do for work, if it's not meaningful to you, I'm going to put some resources down below for you. There is a full dream job playlist and meaningful work. There's meditations you can do. There are tips, tasks, and you can go through the success stories and the interviews on this topic. Also, I am about to start running a dream job, meaningful work course. And that course is going to be 2 hours a month for the next 3 months. It starts this month in March. Now, I won't bombard you with all the details, but it is going to be using Neville's teachings, Florence's teachings, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, and the law of projection, and using the teachings of these beautiful, amazing teachers, and combining that to give you and arm you with the ability to attract a meaningful job, meaningful work, whether you want to start something of your own or whether you want to work for someone else in a particular industry, or whether you have no idea what you want to do at all. Okay, so the details for that course, which is going to start very, very soon, is down below for you, and the link to purchase that course is down below, and you can just shoot straight through to that if you want to join in. Thank you, Emmy, for the amazing success story, and I will see you all, as always, in the next YouTube.